Welcome to SBR Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. We are previewing Week 12 in college football, and we're talking right now with Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com, who are requested to discuss the Georgia-Auburn game. Joe, thanks for being back with us.
Thank you, Peter.
All right, before we get into Georgia-Auburn, give another patented 8-second plug for OffshoreInsiders.com, as we do in every video with you.
Well, college basketball is here. That's one of our best sports. We're having a fantastic year in football 22-11 with football. Wise Guy plays our highest rate of play at offshoreinsiders.com. Joe Duffy's picks.
Okay, sounds great. Sounds great. Georgia-Auburn is the last game, and this is another game that you requested. Auburn's a 3.5 or 4-point home favorite. Those are both widely available numbers. A total 62.5, and Auburn, of course, rolling. Georgia is, they're having a disappointing season that's kind of like coming to an end here. So I guess I would lean Auburn slightly, and I would also lean to the over slightly. So combining those two, if I had to bet this game right now, I think I'd wait for the Auburn team total to come out and bet it on the over, which right now would be 33 at the current lines. But why'd you pick this game? What do you like here, Joe?
Now, I do like Georgia because Georgia's getting healthier. Now, they're not completely healthy because Malcolm Mitchell and Keith Marshall, two of the big cogs of their offense, both of those guys are out for the year. But Todd Gurley is finally back for the University of Georgia, and they also have Michael Bennett back at wide receiver. So they're getting some of their weapons back. And the Macon, Georgia newspaper had done a really nice breakdown of when Todd Gurley is in the lineup for Georgia. Any time that he touches the ball, they were averaging, it was about 1.4 more yards per play when he touches the ball on a drive than it is when when both Gurley and Marshall were out. Now, Keith Marshall is out for the year, but Gurley is getting a little healthier. Is he 100%? Probably not, but he's going up against an Auburn defense that's given up 222 and 226 rushing yards in their last two. And in fact, the exact statistic is 7.5 yards per play on drives in which Gurley touches the ball, 5.9 without him. So he is such a huge part of their offense. Why? Because he also opens up their passing game. So Georgia is a little bit healthier. Chris Conley is also back for them. So they're healthier than they were during that losing streak. Auburn, we always say it's easier to be the hunter than the hunted. Yeah. Once Auburn beat Texas A&M, they officially became a hunted team, but this is their first big test since then. So Georgia, like I said, the fact they're finally getting a couple key players back, and Auburn, a little bit more pressure on them. They were able to sneak up on teams. They're not going to sneak up on Georgia.
All right. Well, your input there just makes me like the over a little bit more even. I mean, I know that 62.5 is a high total. Always very risky to bet the overs in those high totals in college football. But the way this game feels like both these teams are going to be able to put up 30 relatively easily.
Yeah, the one thing that I would slightly worry about if I were you is that Georgia, they have a talented defense. Mm-hmm. Now, they've underperformed. Part of the reason was because they've had to bail the team. The offense has been so hurt. But Georgia's problem on defense certainly is not lack of talent. They are young, and you would think, certainly Georgia fans, and as somebody who's going to pick Georgia here, I hope that their talented defense will continue to get better as the year goes on. So, hopefully they are peaking right now. But Georgia does have talent on defense, but they haven't performed all that well.
All right, well, the way both these teams' seasons have gone and the fact this line is so short makes me feel like that might be a bit of a contrarian and possibly very, very sharp play. Joe Duffy from OffshoreInsiders.com taking Georgia +4 over Auburn. Thanks, Joe.
Yeah, we can do a whole show on contrarian plays, but thank you, Peter.
Feels like one of those. Thanks. Talk to you again very soon.